On the China offer today, the Chinese ambassador says they want to join hands with Australia and the international community amid the turbulent times. Do you think that you can understand why people might be a bit sceptical about that, given the recent history of the China-Australia relationship when it comes to tariffs? And it wasn't us imposing tariffs on them.
No, Australia did not. You're right. What we will do is stand on our own 2 feet. We stand on our own 2 feet and we engage with countries in our national interest and we look to further our national interest in relation to all countries. And we think our national interest requires us to continue to diversify our export markets, continue to work on resourcing and investing in a range of relationships. That is what the Albanese government has been doing for the last 3 years. Stands in stark contrast with Peter Dutton. Mr Dutton is lost in our region. Mr Dutton gave a speech just recently, billed as his big foreign policy speech. He did not mention India. He did not mention Japan. He did not mention Korea. He did not mention Indonesia or any country within Southeast Asia, and he did not mention ASEAN. Now, if you're serious about Australia's resilience in a world which is uncertain, in a world where we see increasing tariffs and counter tariffs, one of the things you have to do is to ensure you invest in and resource and build your other diplomatic and economic relationships throughout the Indo-Pacific. Albanese Labor government's been doing that. Peter Dutton lost in our region.
The President's press secretary, when she addressed the media, addressed something that I wanted to raise with you, actually, and that's that notion of the tariffs driving nations in the Indo-Pacific but elsewhere into the arms of China. She said that's not the case, and Mr Trump's developments overnight on tariffs shows that there's a bigger plan at play. Do you feel that the events of the last 12 to 24 hours do calm the nerves, so to speak, when it comes to driving nations in our region into the arms of China and their power base?
Well, there's no question we live in an era of great power competition. And I think you only need to look at some of the comments that have been made to demonstrate that. And there's also no question that in a world where people don't want tariffs, the President's pause on the imposition of higher tariffs and the imposition of lower tariffs has been received much more positively than the alternative. So, what can Australia do? We can continue to do what we've been doing, which is to advocate for open, fair, free trade, because that has been a benefit to us economically and in terms of our power in the region, and to work with others to continue to keep markets open, to continue to try and diversify exports. That's what our government is doing.
And that diversification, as you said, it's India, it's Japan, it's Korea. Do you think you can see a pathway, just finally, do you see an architecture where free trade agreements are signed and pursued independently of the mayhem that's erupting at the moment out of Washington?
Well, there are already trade agreements, including regional trade agreements, which have been agreed to, which include countries, many countries of the region and beyond, such as the Comprehensive Trans-Pacific Partnership. And I think you will see countries continuing to try and operate under different arrangements. The reality is, we understand that the US has a different view. We understand the way in which President Trump and the administration is navigating, but we don't agree with the approach that imposes tariffs. The Prime Minister's made that clear. We don't think it's in our interest. We don't think it's in the region's interest. And we don't think it's in America's interest, ultimately.
Foreign Minister, thanks for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Good to speak with you, Kieran.